Hi everyone, welcome back to part 5 of TemTem. In the last episode, we went ahead and explored Windward Fort, which was pretty cool. We also met a couple of bad guys called Belsoto team, and we also defeated Lady Lottie, who was the supposed head for this operation. Either way, we were able to rescue Sophia, and she did invite us to her dojo at the end of the episode. I believe that is what we'll be exploring today. I was also able to find the TemTem Banshee, which is actually needed to complete a specific side quest. So I'll be going ahead and completing that initially. Alright, here is my team. Everyone is around level 22 to 24, which is very helpful for the upcoming dojo battles. As far as I know, these dojo battles are going to be pretty tough. Not because that the level is going to be similar to mine, but she does have around 6 TemTems that have some really powerful moves. So I do have to be a bit careful. Before anything, I decided to go ahead and enter this small area here, which was previously restricted to us. We have around 2 trainers here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and defeat them to get the bit more experience. Alright, this tamer actually has 2 pajaros. Another thing is that the grass that you do see in the small area here does only contain pajaros. Apparently these ones are a bit special, although I'm really not sure what that means. Either way, it shouldn't be too difficult for me to defeat. There we go, that's one of them. And let me go ahead and see what's next. Ooh, Paharak. Alright, at least one level form. I'm just gonna go ahead and target Paharak. Paharo will go down in one hit, but I do have to be a bit careful on the evolved form. I also went ahead and kept Hauchik up in front, as it is the lowest level in my team right now. Hopefully it does get a couple more levels. Although I'm really not sure how well it's gonna help in the upcoming dojo. If you didn't know, I'm just gonna give a hint. Sophia does have a lot of TemTems which are either water type or flying. So definitely go ahead and add a electric type TemTem to your team to make sure it is easy. If you have more than one, that will help as well. But in my case, I only have Genki, so I'll be using that, and probably Saipat, as it does have a really good poison type move. Saku will be a really good defensive TemTem for me to just go ahead and put out there to heal up my other ones. But I don't think this battle is gonna be too tough, or hopefully I don't mess it up. After all, I do have to be a bit careful on the stamina thing. But there we go, we have defeated one tamer. Unfortunately, I do have to go ahead and heal up. Let me quickly go back. I really don't have enough money to actually buy all the items I need. I did mention about this in the last episode, but I'm trying to save up some money. Definitely gonna need it in the future for a specific TemTem. But going back, let me avoid the grassy area, and there we go. This is the second tamer. Alright. I believe this tamer will also have pretty lower level TemTems. But she does. Alright, only 2 of them, surprisingly. Piggyback should be pretty easy. I mean, I should have switched into Genki to make it much easier, but Genki is already at level 23 or 24, which is actually the highest I have right now. So I don't think I want to level it up any more than what it is. I actually think that I'm getting hang of the different typings that are present in this game. Maybe as we go on forward, I'll get to know a bit more. I mean, at least I do know the typings that are present in my team and what they are super effective against and weak against. So that is good. Either way, it seems that we are able to defeat this trainer or this tamer as well. There we go. That's a bit more experience that might help me. Now the dojo itself does have a lot of tamers. I believe you'll be able to defeat the tamers even after you defeat Sophia. So that is one good thing. I have seen that usually in Pokemon games when you go through a gym. If you miss a couple of trainers and directly skip to the gym leader, they will actually not battle you after you defeat the gym leader himself. So this is one good thing. There's also a tamer who will actually battle you, I guess, infinite times. It's just kind of like a experienced trainer, which means you'll be able to level up your TemTems by battling against that tamer. I'm gonna go ahead and point out who that is once we go into the dojo itself. Now right here I actually somehow missed this tamer the last time I went through this path. So I'm just going ahead and defeating it. I believe that there is also another tamer that I missed in Gifted Bridges. At some point when I'm exploring Denise again, I'll go ahead and defeat that tamer. But going down here, I'm trying to complete my side quest. Here is the NPC and I do have the Banshee. Let's go ahead and ask it to fly over the water, I guess. I guess he does need us to give a specific answer. I'm just giving all of the wrong ones. But there we go. Once we do have it completed, he gives us a... Ooh. Alright, that is a pretty good help. It's kind of like the TM and probably will be able to teach it to one of my TemTems. Either way, that is all on that quest. That is the main reason why I had caught Banshee. Although I must say it's a really good TemTem. If you haven't really chosen Hauchik as your starter, it's something to definitely consider. In my case, I do have Hauchik, so I'm not gonna catch or keep this one in my team. But I'm actually finally ready to go into the dojo. There we go. Each of these dojos is gonna have its own maze, or I would say each region will have its own maze. So definitely you do have to go through the maze to complete it. In this case, it seems that this one is actually not a tamer. That's okay. Let me go through this path first, because this is actually a dead end. As you can see, we only have 2 tamers here. Of course, you can definitely go ahead and skip out the tamers. That is what I had done initially. But then I realized that I could actually battle them after defeating Sophia. So I went ahead and did that. This is just going to help you a bit more to get a bit more experience before challenging her. Right. I believe most of these will go down with Hauchik's moves as well, so that is pretty helpful. I definitely want to level up Hauchik a bit more than my other team members. There we go. Sepat is at level 24. Ooh, for this one I definitely have to switch out. There we go. Genki is up front and Leolai goes down as well, which is helpful. As for Piranhant, I'm just gonna go ahead and use DZ Beam. Hopefully that will actually help. I also decided to switch out into Saku just to give all of my team members a bit of experience from this one. I think we need one more turn, and there we go. We have defeated the first 2 tamers in this dojo. Defeating more of these tamers do give me more money, so that's helpful as well. Either way, let me quickly heal up Saipat before I leave. Once we go back to this platform and we choose the one water in the east, the main reason for this one is that the other one will actually take you back to the entrance. Here we have 2 more tamers, and let's see how many TemTems they actually have. I'm hoping that there is not 6 of them, considering the fact that I only have 4 TemTems with me right here. Thankfully, these tamers have only one TemTem each, so that's pretty good. At this point, I'm really not worried about most of these tamers. They do have TemTems that we have kind of battled before, and it shouldn't be too much of an issue. At this point, sadly, Saipat was almost gonna go down, so I had to switch back into Horchick. I'm actually trying to keep Horchick alive to give it more experience. It is around level 24 right now, but unfortunately most of the TemTems in Deniz are actually having super effective moves against Horchick, so I really can't use it in this area. Hopefully the upcoming area will be more kind to Horchick and I'll be able to use it much more. But there we go, we have defeated at least one of the TemTems. The second one awoke just now. As for this one, I decided to go with DC Beam and wait in Horchick's turn. I kind of feel like Horchick would have gone down over there, but for some reason Saku decided to go ahead and target Genki. That's pretty helpful. At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and use a turn. There we go. And Horchick does survive, gets the HP. I definitely have to go back and heal up my TemTems at some point. At least just before we do challenge Sophia. Up next, we are on this ledge. Moving forward. I actually missed an item. I never realized this one. I might have to go back offline to get this item from the dojo. Never really thought that there was an item till now. I was wondering why we had that ledge all the way around, and I do see it now. So hopefully if you are playing this game, do not miss that item right there. As for this tamer, he only has one, and it's a Saipat. By the way, I realized that Saipat doesn't really evolve, so I'm hoping that it's strong enough to go through the whole journey. After all, if you have seen before, whenever it's a one stage Pokemon, it's never that great. So I'm hoping at least in this TemTem, Saipat is better. As for the others, I feel like they are much closer to evolving. Hopefully at least one of them do evolve in the future. Up next, we have two more tamers here. Ooh, alright. These ones I believe have around 2 TemTems each. Ooh, never mind, they actually have only one, which is helpful. Although both of these TemTems are super strong. Now I gotta say, Nesla over there is a really good TemTem. It is pipe, water and electric. It also gets a ability which is, I believe, energy generation or something like that, where it actually heals up the HP each time it gets hit by an electric type move. That's pretty helpful, and the only reason I'm not using it is because I have Saipat in my team. If I wasn't using Saipat, I probably would have switched into it. Whiplum is gonna go down. I really wish I had Genki up in front for Whiplum, but of course having Genki when Nizla is on the field is a bit tougher. Sadly, Horchick did go down, but that's alright. Up next, we have two more tamers right here. Now I have not explored the end of this ledge either. I don't believe there is a tamer at the end, but there might be another item. I'm just gonna go ahead and point out what I'm talking about soon. Here we have 4 TemTems with these 2 tamers, and they also have a Nizla, which is very nice. Although I might have to switch Saipat out. Saku does go down in the first turn, which is good. We have... ooh, this is tough. Calibus is pretty tough. It gets some really good water type moves. Hopefully before anything I'll be able to take down Nuzlocke. Ooh, I almost went down right there. Whew. Saipat does have some really good HP, and that might be the reason why it survived. At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on Calibus and then switch into Genki. After all, both of the TemTems in the opposite team is actually weak to electric type moves. There we go. Let me try and use chain linking. That might be a really good move for this one right here. 2i does go down with one hit, and Calibus also goes down. So that's pretty good. Ooh. Alright, I guess 2i didn't really go down in one hit. I mean, Saku did use its move as well. There we go. My team is definitely leveling up pretty fast. Now this is the ledge I was talking about. This one right here. I wonder what is at the end. It's a bit trickier considering that there are a lot of these, I'm really not sure what to call them. Here we have another, never mind, it's not a tamer. We have 2 more items, but this is the tamer I was talking about, with whom you can actually battle multiple times to just level up your TemTems, just in case your TemTems are kind of under level, or maybe that you are unable to actually defeat Sophia and you want to kind of train up a bit more. Defeating this one is gonna be super helpful with that. He also gives you money each time you defeat him, so that is really good as well. Ooh, he actually has a couple of TemTems that we haven't yet seen. Volorand over there is actually a TemTem you'll be able to find in the 3rd region. Considering that Dennis is the 1st region, you still have a long way to actually go before you can find that TemTem. I believe it's part water or maybe part flying and poison type. I definitely know that it is poison type because of it being in the 3rd region, where you'll only be able to find poison type TemTems, at least mostly. And I think it's part flying. It's super cool. Maybe I might think of adding it to my team, but of course I already have 2 flying types considering Saku and Genki. Although at some point I will be switching out Genki. I do have plans on getting a specific electric type TemTem, but until then I think I'll refrain from catching Volorant. But for now, let me focus on taking them both down. Now this tamer actually has 4 TemTems. Let's see what is the next one, or the next 2 in this case. Ooh. Alright. Now Taoli over there is actually the first form or the pre-evolution form of Banshee. Unfortunately, I believe you won't be able to find it in this game unless you do breed. TemTem breeding is a thing in this game, so you'll be able to find only certain TemTems through breeding or through eggs. Shoin is another TemTem that is super powerful. I believe you'll be able to find it in the 3rd area again. By the way, just a reference, the tamer is actually wearing a costume that looks like Shoin, which is pretty cool. Either way, I don't think we have to worry about these TemTems for now. We are not going to see them anytime soon. And when we do get a chance to see them, I'm definitely going to go ahead and show the location of where to catch these TemTems, so that you can definitely add them to your team. Either way, at this point, I'm kind of running out from my items and TemTems, but I really didn't want to go back. I might have to go back at this point. Let's see how many more teamers we do have to defeat before we reach Sophia. These 2 have 5 TemTems. Surprising. Although pretty difficult as well, considering I only have 2 that are alive right now. Thankfully, I was able to one-shot both of these TemTems in one hit. Genki is definitely ruling through this gym. I really wish Hochik was alive or revived for Scrunch right there, which is actually 4 times weak to mental type moves. Ukama is definitely super cool. It's one of the best water TemTems you will find around here, other than Saipat. So definitely go ahead and catch a Yumeshi, which probably you'll get a chance to do it once you defeat this Dojo master. For now, I was able to knock down Scrunch with a high pressure water, which is a new move that Saipat had learned. For the last TemTem, we have Whiplam, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to defeat it. Sadly, it took down Genki before I could take it down. I might have to use Held Anger, which is a powerful move. Ooh, this is pretty bad. To be honest, I don't see myself using Held Anger anymore. It is a move that takes around 4 turns to charge, which is very tough. I mean, if Saipat is able to be alive and have enough stamina for it, then yes. Otherwise, it's pretty difficult. In this case, I did get lucky and was able to take down these 2 tamers with just my Saipat. Otherwise, I think we would have been in a bit of a trouble. Definitely do not want to lose any money. Thankfully, we are on the platform where Sophia is. So let me go back. Alright, I went back and healed up my TemTems and went through this one. Alright, I believe we were in this platform once more. But yep, I am just looking around and seeing all of these different platforms just to see if I have missed anything. At this point, I was still not sure about the items, so it's still down there. I think you'll be able to see it kind of from the top here. But we are on the platform with Sophia. Alright. She has a pretty cool TemTem right next to her, which I believe is pretty rare, and you'll be only able to find it in one location. But of course, I'm super excited to challenge her right here. I am starting with Saku and Saipat. I feel like these 2 are a really good team. Will be able to do pretty good damage against most of her TemTems. Alright, we're at a great start, except the fact that I just got 4 turns poisoned by Leolai, which is terrible. I do have antidote, I believe, but I'm not going to use it right now. As for Calibus, there we go. We have taken it down as well. 2 TemTems down and 3 more to go. Next one is Spazi. Oh. Alright, I might have to switch out Saipat at this point, but let's see if we can actually take down Spazi before it hits me, which of course backfires. Saipat is definitely going to go down in this turn, although I'm not too worried about it as I will get a safe switch into one of my other TemTems. Let me go with Genki. I also decided to bring in 2 extra TemTems, which I'm really not using, just for placeholders, and probably to switch into where I'm trying to heal up my 4 main TemTems. In this turn, I'll focus on taking down Spazi, whereas for Genki, I'm focusing on Piggy Peck, which did go down. Pretty good. Tesla Prism is a pretty strong move, but Saku does have really good defense, so it is still able to survive and take down Spazi, which is so nice. I'm actually super happy that I caught Saku right here. Also learns a new move called Boomerang. You know what, I will teach it this move because why not? It's super helpful, especially with its ability. The last 2 TemTems are Tubai and Oshira. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. I am really not sure. Although I really like its design. It looks super cool. Thankfully, it is water TemTem, so it does go down with a couple of moves which I have to use through Genki. Decided to go ahead and go into Scarabat instead of Hochek. I just thought that it would be better to have this just in case Hochek does go down. For the next turn, right, Scarabat did go down. That was pretty bad. That's alright. I should be able to take down both of these TemTems in the next turn. So decide to go into her chick right here. I'm gonna go ahead and target her chick's move to 2Y. But of course, Chain Lightning does take down both of these TemTems, and we have done pretty good in this battle. There we have it. We have defeated Sophia. This has definitely been super cool. Although the battle did go a bit south, I was still able to win it at the end. Since we did win, we get a surfboard which is gonna help us go through water. After all, we have quite a few areas where we have to tread through water. So I guess this is a pretty good time for me to get this item. She also tells us that we have to go ahead and go into the terminal and go ahead and travel through the airship to the next dojo. Pretty cool. Thankfully, we do have this smaller lightning kind of thing that is going to give us a shortcut to Sophia the next time we come back here. You can definitely go ahead and rematch Dojo Masters as well, which is pretty cool. But that is all I had planned for this episode. Definitely the battle was super exciting. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you all in the next one.